In this video, I'd like to briefly summarize the differences between visual studies and art history according to James Herbert. Let's begin by saying that visual studies is the discipline of studying visual culture, yet not exclusively art, merely the fact that some artifacts inspire more visual interest than others. However, it is not the goal of visual studies to level everything into the category of the visual. Rather, visual studies aims to analyze why some objects are valued over others. Even though this reeks of art history, Herbert distinguishes visual studies in three ways. The first being that art is a selected, elevated cast of artifacts studied by art history. Visual studies aims to analyze the other visual artifacts, and answer such questions as why social forces affect aesthetic forces and why other artifacts of culture are ignored, such as films, ads, or commercial goods. The second way in which visual studies attempts to differentiate itself from art history is the fact that it examines visual artifacts worldwide through various non-specific, non-cultural lenses. In essence, visual studies is not defined by culture, but the fact that, as Herbert puts it, people from all parts of the world have eyes, and that those eyes have the capacity to see. Visual studies also aims to analyze the origins of aesthetic criteria in relation to culture. It is because of this that James Herbert sees visual studies as being somewhere between art history and anthropology. The final difference between visual studies and art history is that visual studies studies visual culture beyond the material, and rather shifts focus to the actual process of seeing. It also embraces new media and methods of production. Capitalism and consumerism also don't impede upon the aspect of an object that makes it worth review. Simply put, visual studies is not just about art, but visual culture as a whole.